Welcome to the second episode of WhiTeeee podcast. WhiTeeee is the name and it's not racist. It's the channel's name. Today, I really want to talk about my progress and my journey, especially when it comes to YouTube. As some of you know, I already have the play button, the 100,000 play button. Well, this is not for my WhiTeeee Galaxy. It's not for this channel. It's not for the English channel, but it's for the Arabic channel, as I have another Moroccan channel. It's more of an entertainment based. I really want to talk about my journey, not as if reciting the past, but where I'm at, like what's going on with my career right now, right? And I think it's one of those places that are interesting. Nothing flashy, but interesting. Let me explain. So, first of all, the play button feels amazing. I have it always in my room, right? This is my office, this is my desk. It's all the way there every day above my office. And it's such a beautiful, I still keep it in the plastic bag. When it comes to YouTube, it's so interesting how I've been doing YouTube for a while now. I've started YouTube since I was 14 years old in 2017 in August. And I have never stopped since then, right? Doing different formats, doing different content, different platforms, different ways, different shorts, whatever. But I'd say right now, as I really want to walk you, what is it like? What's the progress? Like what's my thought process right now? Like sharing with you the journey instead of just talking or teaching you a lesson. So one of the biggest problems that I have with YouTube as an overall, I'll say with the English, with this WhiTeeee Galaxy, is the traction for WhiTeeee Galaxy is very low. WhiTeeee Galaxy is not getting views at all. I got about 20,000 views in the past 28 months, which is 2 years and 4 months, out of what, 320 videos? It's a lot of videos, not a lot of views. On average, it's about 64 views per video. It's not very good. Sometimes I think, I'm like, is it because of a video that I've made? And I don't think so, but nevertheless, well, a video that I've just made about a person who is in social media, but he's banned from YouTube, right? And I made a video, like I said, I'm going to live 24 hours as him. I was like, is it because of that YouTube has shadow banned the channel, whatever? But I'm not that type. I don't, it's almost like a conspiracy theory. Sometimes you just need to shut up or shut it down and say, well, the videos are just not good enough, or the audience doesn't relate, or for whatever reason. There could be so many reasons why this channel hasn't gotten enough views, right? But nevertheless, it's such a problem, as if you're devoting time and you're devoting power in something, and for me, and this sounds crazy to a lot of people, but for me, it's almost as if I don't care. It's not like I don't care, but I'm gonna make content regardless. And it's only thing in life, in my life, that I say this. I say, I'm gonna make content regardless. I'm gonna film videos every day, whatever, regardless. Even if the channel is not growing. Right? And because I believe that at some point it's gonna grow. It's unlikely that I'm gonna make videos forever and forever I'm gonna keep failing, or not failing, but the videos won't go viral, or one of them won't get views, or whatever, the channel won't go big, or create an audience. And it's so interesting, man. And this is one of the reasons why I made this podcast. My sister has actually suggested, she said, probably make a podcast. It's better than, at least some people like to listen to podcasts. And your videos are almost podcasts because you just sit and listen. They're all head talking. So might as well just name it a proper head talking podcast. Maybe that will help you target the people that like podcasts. And I was like, that's quite genius. But nevertheless, so I want to go out of topic here. I want to talk about books for a bit, right? So today I have just deleted all my books from my Apple Books. And I have downloaded new ones, which is a bit controversial for me because I reread books a lot. I get a book and I reread it. But I also thought to myself, I said, it's not very forwardy, you know? I really want to go forward. So me repeating the same books and expecting different results might not be the best. And I get it, as a lot of books, I don't get the full value of them in the first read. Although I'm not a very fast reader, right? I wouldn't say I'm a slow reader, but I might say I'm a slow reader. Like, I'm not fast reader, right? People who finish books in a week, I'm not that. I never finish the book in a week, except if I do some reason on ChatGPT or something. But nevertheless, so I really downloaded like 16 new books and I deleted all the books that I reread that are finished. And it was a bit interesting of an idea that you always gotta get over things. And same thing goes with YouTube. As every time I upload, and this is true, oh my God, I feel like there's so many ideas that come to my mind right now. Okay, let's make it clear. Let's make it clear. So for YouTube, it rewards multiple types of content, from entertainment to education, relatability, vlogs, ASMR, gaming, reaction, IRL, live streams, etc. And creating content on the platform sort of puts you on a pedestal to always having to choose a side. As if, well, do I really want to do this or I really want to do that? In a way, right? And I would say for me, as WhiTeeee Galaxy going, I'm not doing any of the viral formats a lot. You could say podcasts, is now I'm doing a podcast. But other than that, I'm not doing entertainment. I'm not doing the other things because I can't. Well, I was actually thinking, and this will be very useful to the viewers of this channel. You might think that, well, why am I repeating almost the same format of videos again and again? Well, it's different ideas, different formats, but I'm not doing, as an example, entertainment or challenges because physically I can't. So I was physically challenging the principles of this belief lately, and I leveraged AI actually brainstorming the ideas that I could produce that are entertaining, meaning entertainment, but in English, meaning for WhiTeeee Galaxy. And I really discovered and I went deep and I found a few ideas. As an example, I spent 24 hours in a tent. Like I put it in here indoors in my room and I spent 24 hours. Or I put a circle, a small circle, like extremely small circle. And it's like last to leave the circle, but I'm alone, so I have to spend 24 hours. And or like a video that I do bottle flips for 24 hours straight. These are good ideas. would say these are fine ideas. Like, I might do them at some point, but I don't know. But like, if I really want to do something big, I can't, because it requires me to, it just unrelatable content. I'm a Moroccan. I know I'm a Moroccan. You can say like, I know my place. I'm a Moroccan. I live in East Morocco, whatever. And people won't find the content as relatable as the Moroccan people when I make entertainment. And that is just normal. Like, that's how it is, as opposed to forcing relatability. And there's different ways to push relatability, but I think there's that. I would say on the other side, when it comes to my teaching, which will happen, like, I don't think anywhere, anytime I'm going to stop the educational content. But you could argue that, what substance do I have to teach? As an example, I just said, well, I haven't said this, but I was listening to Elon Musk's podcast, or I was listening to Alex Hormozzi's new book, audiobook. So here they have substance, meaning they have done something that they could teach. Alex Hormozzi have had exits that are $50 million, whatever. Elon Musk has made $500 billion. So if he's going to talk about entrepreneurship, I might as well listen. Now for me, I might not have that big testimonials as big as Elon Musk, as big as Alex Hormozzi. I would say I have my own. As an example, for YouTube, I have the play button. For other areas, I have some other stuff, right? But it might not be globally, objectively enough for people to just hear from you. And I understand that authority building is dependable of many ways. It's easy to build authority. And I have read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And I know how to build authority quite easily. It's like, oh, I have read 5 books about how to make YouTube videos, and today I'm going to show you how to make a YouTube video. But I would say also people see through this as they're like, well, he's just going to be talking about, different things. I prefer just going to watch some other thing. And even AI, or I'm pretty sure AI said, there is almost an overload of information, and it hasn't been enough information like now. And if your content is just producing info, then it's almost as if you're selling salt water in the ocean, right? Or like ocean water in the ocean. So that was an interesting thought, and obviously that was one of the reasons why it took me so long this year to actually make my goals, because for the past 2.5 years, or at least 2 years and 4 months, all my goals were action driven. It's like, I upload 100 videos this year on this channel. Now this year, especially when I saw the WhiTeeee Galaxy results on the channel, I said, well, maybe I gotta look more on the results side. So instead of just saying 100 videos, I said, well, I have to get like 1,000 subscribers, whatever. I'm just saying bullshit, but the point is like results, right? And I even tried it for the past 1.5 months, and it's a slow feedback loop, slow, but faster than ever, personally. And the reason behind it, the reason why I'm saying it's fast, is that after 1.5 months or less, I realized that it's not working, right? And that's such a fast feedback loop, as I felt myself paralyzed. Okay, think about it like this. Whenever you go results driven, I feel paralyzed a lot, as opposed to going action driven, which is very not paralyzing. So interesting. I'm actually making this and thinking. Elon Musk has said interesting thing. He said, If you want financial compensation, you should look for providing value for the world and people, which is providing, actually making products and services that are useful. And he said, it's just like happiness. You can't actually get like, if in pursuit of happiness, there's nothing that can get you happiness directly, but you do things that are indirectly give you the happiness, like going to people you like, etc. So, and this is Elon Musk's, I can't think of more of a pragmatic human face than Elon Musk. So, I think that really that's extremely important as to making goals and aspirations things you can control or I can control, which I knew this for a while now, but I also have made the mistake of planning out the results I want in 2026. And for good or for the bad, it's paralyzed me. And I said, well, it might be just the stress that comes with the pursuit of greatness. But I realized it's not, and it's just paralyzing. Because it means nothing. Let's say I want 1 million subscribers. It means nothing. It generally, my goal is to hit 1 million. Fairs. But it means nothing. What the goal should is I'd say it's fine if it's like a dream or aspiration, whatever, or it's like a way to motivate as motivation, but not the goal. As the goal should be something as opposed to saying saying something, I upload 2 series on YouTube this year. Okay, interesting, valid, like it has just one variable. It's just so good. And let's say in worst case scenario, I know for sure 100% I can make 2 YouTube series this year. I can make 2 series because it's an action based, right? Nobody talked about how good the series might be. Now that's depending on your resources and your ability. But the goal is to make the 2 series instead, as opposed to saying, I want 1 million subscribers. Well, I'm not saying in any world that 2 series will get you 1 million, but this is a sort of explaining the way, right? It's such an interesting fact, at least in my opinion, that Elon Musk does it, and so should I. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this topic. I think it's such a it's an anger bait. It's a rage bait topic. When it comes to YouTube, I would say another topic is equipment. I'm actually take this opportunity to show you. I'm pretty sure this is the first time that I'm gonna be showing this. So this is my other camera. So I'm filming with one, and I have another camera, which is, I might actually sell it, but it's a gift from my friend. And this is the Sony ZV-1, as you can see. Such a beautiful camera. And when it comes to like my progress with YouTube, I haven't had equipment pretty much ever. And the ability to just have equipment and to actually produce videos, I'd say people really don't really evaluate it in any way, shape, or form, right? Just the ability to have such a, like as an example, right now I'm having a camera and I'm having a YouTube play button, right? And making the thumbnails there, but actually just having the camera and having the YouTube play button is such a net positive. that I never thought I would have been able to make in any way, shape, or form. To be able to have a camera, have another camera, you know, this is quite built-in, good built-in microphone. This is a, you know, a lav mic, which is a good microphone as well. Having the play button is good. And I really, wallahi, which means I swear to God or on God, I haven't planned to talk about this, but I haven't been practicing gratitude for the past whatever time. And I think I'm gonna take this to be grateful. Wallahi, I haven't planned this, but I'm gonna say, you know, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have. I'm grateful for having a house or a shelter or a place to sleep in. Even if it's not ours, like it's not mine, or, you know, but still it's my auntie's, so it's a shelter that I can stay in and, you know, film videos and have a studio. You know, having the camera, the Osmo Pocket 3, having the DJI Mic Mini 2, this mic, having the Sony ZV-1, having the YouTube play button. And these are not like, these are non-significant of having money in any way, shape, or form, right? Like, I'm in debt and I have these. It's equipment, it's tools, right? But I'm grateful for having them. And let's move on. Because I don't like to talk a lot about gratitude as to being complacent, because I still have a lot to do. And actually talking about YouTube, and as I said, I'm gonna share, it's my journey on sharing, actually, you know, actually generally sharing my journey, and yes, my progress, and sharing my journey. I would say this year I have to buy a new computer. So this computer that you see behind me is the computer behind all of the videos, all my work. So Moroccan channel, this channel, the podcast, everything goes through this computer. And everything, the editing goes through this computer, etc. And I would say it's not the best computer ever. So for those of you who nerds, whatever, who knows computer, well, you don't even need to be good at computers to know. It's an i3 7th generation. I'm pretty sure like the GPU is like 720, whatever, or 720 hertz, whatever, 8 gigabytes RAM. It's just not very good. So in editing, it crashes out a lot and it's just slow. Even that I use proxies in maximum proxies. So this is more of a detailed, well, proxies is like making the same video but very low quality in the editing. When you export it, it gets exported full format. And I would say also is one of the reasons why, especially mainly my content, my Moroccan content lately, as entertainment content is very good to edit. And I wouldn't say over edit, but editing is good in entertainment, which I haven't been lately, as I don't know, just with my computer, I can't take the headache. It's very slow to edit. So I do basic chronological execution of edit. And obviously it's good enough. There's nothing bad. But I would say there is a potential, and my next bottleneck is definitely computer. My last year was a camera, which is why I bought the Osmo Pocket 3. And a lot of people have actually been criticizing, which is why also about the Mic Mini 2. But really my constraint was the camera. This year my constraint is the computer. And I would say even for WhiTeeee Galaxy channel, even the podcasts or the videos might be in a better production level with a better computer. I can't promise nothing, obviously, but I would say maybe there is a chance that as removing friction with having a better computer, that when I edit WhiTeeee Galaxy videos, I edit them in a better way, smoothie way. I can add visuals, whatever, that are beautiful, and maybe they will even help enhance the videos enhance the experiment or experience, and make the videos better watchable, maybe get more attraction to the channel. And as genuinely being, obviously this is all me sharing my journey, as to 2027 constraint, right? Well, assuming I can, or I'm able, whatever way I figure out a way to buy the computer, hopefully, I don't know, but hopefully, the next constraint, let's just not say 2027, the next constraint is going to be my computer, my internet speed. My internet speed, it's like my Wi-Fi speed. My Wi-Fi speed right now in the house is like 1 megabyte per second. Very unuseful for filming, or not filming. Filming, it's unrelated to speed, but uploading, being able to actually have fast internet speed indoors, like inside the house, might be interesting. Yeah, right. I don't know if it will give such a huge, big upgrade, but I genuinely think it's such an interesting, because I go to coffee shops. Well, coffee shops are expensive, but when I go to coffee shops, I have such a productive time. I do a lot of things. Like upload a lot of videos. Obviously, I upload all the podcasts and videos that I have filmed for Moroccan channel, for WhiTeeee Galaxy channel. I repurpose a lot of the content. I do upload shorts, even using AI, which is why I think it might give me the cut edging bridge level technique, whatever they call it. And AI, if you really want to use like the most advanced AI, you can't use it with a bad internet. I mean, sure, I use Claude and I use ChatGPT and they all work. But even if I use Thunkable, which is an app generating AI, I can't really do it unless if I have a very fast internet speed. Which I think when it comes to, Elon Musk said, you know, he said in the last podcast, he said like the goal should be to make more output than the inputs. I would say with those tools, the output just goes up dramatically, right? And I would say the constraint before I had was the camera, as you can't really film that much or that good with a phone, right? You have battery problems, it doesn't last long, the quality is bad, you don't have a lot of options. It needs a phone, it's not built into film. So a camera really gives you huge possibilities. And I would say now also, like when you have a bad computer, you can't really edit, you can't even with thumbnails, like thumbnails sort of are a headache a little bit. But also I would say it also gives you huge possibilities. And then the internet speed. So to say internet speed is good, but priority of a computer is obviously greater, because you can have a good internet speed, but if you have a bad computer, it doesn't really matter. But if you have a good computer and bad internet speed, you can make it work, right? And that's why I make it in priorities. Like even I put the camera, because even if I have a good computer but I can't film, then there is no point. But if it can film, even if I have a bad computer and it can just make it work, like right now I can make it work, it's all right. I'm keeping the flow going. And I think that's important. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me put the camera, or you know what? Let's not put the camera. Let's close doing this as a thumbnail. Holding the camera in one hand and the 100,000 YouTube play button in the other hand. So this, or should I do this? Thumbnails. This was interesting. It was absolutely amazing. And this, just as I promised, this is generally my journey right now with YouTube. Honest, brutal, unfair, unfiltered, whatever you name it. It's a podcast journey on my YouTube. Subscribe.